Start our first fight of the afternoon on the Sandry Customer Sports Network. And Chuck Cease is our ring announcer. Let's go upstairs to Chuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have two co-main events this afternoon, sanctioned by the World Boxing Union, the WBO, and the officials that are here represent, the WBU officials. President is John Robinson, the chairman is Ed Levine, and the WBU supervisor next to me is Mr. Frank Brunette. For our first co-main event this afternoon, we have the WBU Super Featherweight title at stake. The officials, first of all, the judges scoring at ringside. From Miami, Florida, Mr. Al Walensky. From right here in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania, Jackie Castellani. And from nearby Connecticut, Steve Epstein. The doctors at ringside are Dr. Frank Romaskavich and Dr. Nick Liznichi. And the timekeeper, WBU Super Featherweight title at stake. The officials, first of all, the judges scoring at ringside. From Miami, Florida, Mr. Al Walensky. From right here in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania, Jackie Castellani. And from nearby Connecticut, Steve Epstein. The doctors at ringside are Dr. Frank Romaskavich and Dr. Nick Liznichi. And the timekeeper and counting for the knockdowns is Mr. Bill Reese. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the WBU Super Featherweight title, 12 rounds. Our referee from Pennsylvania is Mr. Tony Wolf. The challenger in the blue corner, coming here today from Paterson, New Jersey. Wearing white trunks, weighing in at 128.5 pounds. An impressive professional record of 20 wins, 1 defeat, 1 draw. 10 of his victories are by knockout. Here is David Holy Toledo. Toledo. And in the red corner to my right, coming to the Pocono Mountains today from Gary, Indiana. He is wearing red and white trunks, weighing in at 129.5 pounds. His record is 16 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw. 13 of his victories are by knockout. The WBU Super Featherweight Champion, Angel Manfredy. Manfredy.
Okay, you take a look at the tail of the tape as Tony Wolf has some instructions upstairs.
Again, I expect you to obey my commands, protect yourself at all times. And Angel, they're a little high. I'm going to call them down below there. Okay, good luck to both of you. Touch gloves.
Well, they set the ground rules quite early as Manfredy wearing his trunks a little bit high, and Tony Wolf said exactly where he's going to call as he put his fist in his hand just about in the middle of Manfredy's name right across the front of his trunk. So he knows exactly where those punches are going to be thrown by Toledo. The left-hander comes out. Both of them come out with a pretty good flurry. Manfredy, will he try to feel him out early, or does he too come out with a pretty good flurry here, Bob?
Well, I think what Angel Manfredy's going to try to do is take charge of this fight immediately and put pressure and get the southpaw backing up, try to hit him with right hand to the body. Toledo is no easy guy to corner at all. He's very fluid, excellent movement.
Manfredy in the red with the long stockings and, of course, the red shoes. On the other side, David Holy Toledo, and they exchange quite early here.
What David Toledo's got to do early in this fight, Sam, is get some respect from Angel. Don't just let Manfredy, who scores a solid combination. Oh, good punches landed by both fighters here. There's not much of a feeling out process here, as I thought. Toledo's trying to get some respect, keep Manfredy off him, and Manfredy's just trying to walk right through him.
And as you pointed out, an excellent punch thrown by Manfredy. Great combination countered by Toledo. Toledo out of nearby Paterson, New Jersey, comes in with that startling 21-1 record. 10 knockouts, 13 knockouts by Manfredy. They have done that, of course, in early rounds. 9 to the 13 knockouts by Manfredy have come inside 4 rounds, so he likes to go to work early.
but Toledo's no flash in the pan. You know, he's not one of these guys who's been built up against opposition that no one's ever heard of. He's a very solid amateur fighter. Touted as the next, you know, Hector Camacho to come out of the New York metropolitan area. He's got a lot of flash and a lot of pizzazz, and you can see from the crowd of people that he brought. He's made influence a lot of people in this area.
10 of the knockouts in the victories for Toledo, 6 of which are coming the first 2 rounds. So this is not unusual for these 2 guys to rumble early on. And Manfredy crashes in on top of Toledo.
Toledo getting his also with his quickness. Every time Manfredy pulls, let's go with those big guns. Toledo counters back with some nice crisp shots.
Henry Kushner production has traveled around the world. We had to go in our own backyard of the Poconos to bring you an excellent one today. Manfredy out of the tough East Chicago, Indiana area, now fighting out of Gary. And he doesn't take a lot of guff from anybody. You see the time winding down with just a little over a minute to go in the first round. Scheduled for 12. Manfredy defending his title for the second time.
Nice clean straight right hand by Angel Manfredy. If he can match speed with David Toledo, he's really accomplished something because he definitely has the edge and power. But Toledo's a nice boxer, using the whole ring, not backing up, not leaving himself on the ropes where Manfredy got Calvin Grove in trouble. And you see Toledo really getting off with a good, solid right jab. Got everybody in here real excited.
Former world champion Calvin Grove was the first to taste defeat in the WBU. That's how Manfredy won his title. And as I mentioned, Harold Petty went down in the 6th round of the first defense, and now today it's David Toledo as the time winds to the end of round 1. Both of the corners will be active because both of them have thrown a lot of leather in this first round of the rounds, and we'll see if they make any adjustments. I don't anticipate it in round 2. Toledo trying to finish with a little flurry, maybe trying to steal the scorecard of the judges, and a great first round for the title fight. Well, if you wanted some action early on, you didn't have to wait till the late rounds. The first round, David Toledo out of Patterson, New Jersey. He took a couple of pretty good shots from Manfredy early, but he countered well as they worked that corner once again at Toledo.
You ignore it and you keep on your thing. Don't change the rhythm. I want to see that jab working every chance you...
On the other side, Manfredy. And Sam Colonna working out in front of him. John Taylor leaning between the ropes.
They're telling Angel, counter those jabs with body shots, step up underneath. And Diego Rosario telling Toledo in between rounds, I just want you to be in that exact same rhythm that you started out the fight in. That's what I want you to do.
Well, we thought they'd come out and waltz a little bit in the first round. They came out tangoed and then got into a full foxtrot. Round 2. This is the WBU Super Featherweight title fight. Angel Manfredy in the red against David Toledo in the white, and they come out right as they ended round 1, swinging some good leather.
Angel Manfredy knows he can't sit and wait. You know, David, every time that he's waiting in this fight, it's going to be David Toledo getting off and boxing him and getting more confidence and getting into the flow of this fight. Manfredy, he's an aggressive kid. He likes to fight anyway. He needs to go in there and get the boxing over with. Just trying to make David Toledo exchange punches with him, which is a lot easier said than done. You see Toledo on the outside, getting very comfortable at that outside rhythm, get his rhythm going, and at that range, boxing from the outside. He does it excellently.
Early on in some of the undercards, and of course some of the fighters get the crowd involved, but you can plainly hear they are in this second round. Manfredy again attacking, but Toledo trying to counter. When does he start trying to take over? Right now, Manfredy won't let him. Good counter punches again by Toledo off the ropes. Another good combination by the challenger.
Nice and boxing by Toledo here. He's got the quicker hands of the two of them, and he's catching Angel coming in quite a bit with that nice long right jab that he's got. And there you see him score a couple of nice body punches underneath. But you can't get too relaxed in there and get the exchange of punches with Angel Manfredy.
Manfredy's only 21 years of age, started boxing at the age of 18, lost his first pro fight. He was knocked out in the second round by Charles McLennan. Disappointing start for a youngster that came from a 47-8 amateur record and competed in all kinds of amateur tournaments, including the great Junior Olympics.
Yeah, Angel Manfredy's never been protected. You know, they started him out in this, and really they were just developing him as an opponent, but he went and knocked out a few guys he wasn't supposed to. He's never been pampered, and I think that's really expanded him as a fighter. I think it's the fact that he's a tough guy that comes to fight, and he knows that. Here you see David Toledo, though, really, he's fighting at this distance. That's where David Toledo wants to be in this fight. He doesn't want to be laying on the inside. He doesn't, even though he's behind the skin in the ropes, he's never laying on him. He's never sitting back there. He's not allowing himself to be cornered, excuse me.
He, by the way, is trying to get off first. At least he did there before Manfredy. And it against the ropes, but quickly, as you mentioned, Toledo bounces off and heads to the center of the ring again. Manfredy, a stalking style, maybe one of the most dangerous fighters, punch-wise in this division. Toledo, however, has thrown some good punches as well. And they're earning each other's respect here in round two.
Toledo's messing with Manfredy here a little bit. He's hitting with a jab. He's pumping chiming with him a little bit, but Angel's got to settle down and just let that go. Hope that this kid can't be that quick for this entire fight, because he's going to be hard to corner if he is. He's like a little water bug.
David Toledo goes to the corner. Young man out of Patterson, New Jersey. He's got a pretty good entourage here. Angel Manfredy from Gary, Indiana. Not many of his fans are here. Maybe he's earning some here in the Poconos.
You let him get off.
Over the other side, Ruther Cobb in the Toledo camp.
You don't
He's
have
given
to let him
instructions
move
to try to
that
use his
fast.
jab. Manfredy didn't let him use it very much in that particular
No,
round.
you know how to step in. You could, off that jab, I want you to follow with that, you know, do whatever you want. Hit the body, follow with the left, double jab, left hand.
Southpaw stance
You be the boss. Don't let him be the boss.
He's quick-handed, but I don't think he's had that much experience against the left-hander. And here you see Toledo getting off his punches on the inside. Skips out of there.
Nice
Back
job
to the
by
range
Toledo.
that he wants to be.
You know, as you take a look at that wild right hand of Toledo, that could be a big punch before this match is all over, so get ready for the third. South referee Tony Wolf brings him to the center of the ring. He has to just jump out of the way because here they come again. Scheduled for 12, the WBU Super Featherweight Championship of the World. Manfredy in the red, defending against Toledo. Sam Smith along with Bob Spagnola on the Cedric Kushner Sports Network. As we've got doubleheader World Championship boxing. Good right hand by Toledo. Manfredy walks through it though and comes straight ahead. Good combination by Manfredy.
It's like the bull and the matador in there, Sam. Manfredy's coming right to him, and Toledo he's using that center trumps it like a cape of the matador. Angel's right, he thinks he's right there to be hit, and the next thing he knows, he's out of the way. And then you see Toledo get hit and then get out.
Toledo's only approaching his 21st birthday. He turned pro in 1991. The latter part of that year got a knockout in the second round over Hector Diaz, and of course has gone on to 20 victories, 1 loss, and a draw.
Nice uppercut by Toledo there. Got Manfredy's attention, really, but I think the hardest punch that he's landed thus far in the fight. And he's out counting Angel Manfredy. Angel throws 2 punches. Toledo comes back to 3.
It'll be interesting to see how the judges do score this, as we are anticipating to get as much as 10 and probably all 12 of these rounds in between these guys. The way they're loading up, that may be in doubt. But it'll be interesting to see how the judges want to score it. An offensive fighter, defensive fighter. We'll find out, of course, at the end of the fight.
Here, when Angel starts and waits, he gets hit with 5 and 6 and 7 jabs by Toledo, and that can't be helping him in the scoring. Angel Manfredy can't relax and just look to knock out David Toledo. He's got to concentrate on winning these rounds, because if he doesn't knock him out, he's going to have to go to the bank with the scorecard. Toledo's outpointing him right now.
These two fighters coming to the final minute of the third round, working on winning streaks. Manfredy has won 12 in a row. Toledo was 1-11. 6 by knockouts. The last 6 by Manfredy. 5 in a row by Toledo.
Toledo doesn't want to sit that, even though he was in that corner a little bit. He knew where he was, and he got out of there after getting some points scored himself. But the distance between the two of them is shortening up, and that favors Manfredy, because he's going to let those cannons go. But right now, he's getting outpointed and outboxed by David Toledo.
Toledo's done a good job. Not only is he headhunting, but he's also gone to the body. Manfredy has not done that much body work. as we close in on the end of round 3. Will that change? We'll find out before it's over.
Yeah, he's starting to concentrate on the body more now. That's what they're telling him in the corner. It'll pay dividends for him. And you'll have to see if David Toledo can keep up this quickness, this jitterbugging for 12 rounds.
Super featherweight close in on the end of round 3. Diablo with a slight grin on his face. David Toledo, you can see only a slight mark just above the right eye. And they have really loaded up against each other here early on. You start to see him put a little ice on that right eye to keep any swelling down. You don't have, of course, that means that a big left hook is getting in there with regularity from Manfredy.
Like you're doing stepping, pop out, pop. You know, you can do anything you want with him. He's right.
On the other side, Manfredy, they're working a little on the outside of the left eye over there. Early on in this round, and it didn't take long for it to heat up here as Manfredy came at Toledo. Toledo kind of surprising, but coming at him, Bob.
Yeah, hit him with a right hook there, but what Toledo's doing, he's doing what Angel gives him. At one point in this round, he hits him with like 7 right jabs right in a row. Angel allows him to do it. You know, they're not hurting him, but they're scoring points and they're breaking Angel's rhythm.
From the Fernwood Resort and Country Club in the Poconos of Pennsylvania, the Century Christopher Sports Network with the WBU Super Featherweight Championship of the World. Angel El Diablo Manfredy against David Holy Toledo, and we're in the 4th round.
It's an excellent matchup for the WBU. Two young up-and-coming fighters. Nice exchanges of punches by both guys. Toledo again exiting from the left side. But, you know, it's 2 up-and-coming fighters. None of these guys have been overly protected or anything. They've got good amateur careers behind them. 2 good, solid fighters. And the winner of this fight will be a strong guy to carry the banner for the WBU.
There's one good factor about this fight today. The punchometer people about here, we'd wear those guys out in this fight, as they have thrown a multitude of punches through the first 3, and now in the 4th round, as Toledo again gets off that straight right hand, Manfredy counters with a right hand. One of the emblems off the back of the trunks of Toledo was falling down right in front of us. Hopefully Tony Wolf will see it. They could slip on it. Very few stoppage in the fight so far by Tony Wolf. As again, Toledo, once he gets himself in a trouble, big right hand, and Manfredy backed up. But now he comes right back to the attack. This kid can take the punch.
Yeah, I mean, it was more of a thing where Toledo floated right to him and hit him with a very nice, clean shot off balance. It wasn't a huge power punch, but it embarrassed Manfredy. It just, you know, he just out-quicked him. He got right in front of him and hit him with a clean shot. They're worrying that the heads are clashing together a little bit, but with the southpaw, it has a tendency to happen with the southpaw against the orthodox fighter. The front feet get tied up together and their heads come in together.
Well, as you look at Manfredy working in the corner on Toledo, Bob Spagnola, your scorecard, an interesting one through 3 rounds so far.
No, I've got Toledo winning every round. The rounds have been close, but he's been scoring more points. And, you know, Angel hasn't really reached him with his power yet. That's what he's looking to do. He's landing some hard punches here in this round, Angel Manfredy is. But he just, you know, the thing about Manfredy is, I remember in the Grove fight, I questioned, would he have enough to do these things throughout the fight, not just be strong early, where most of his knockouts have come throughout his career. I've seen that he's a very dedicated, well-conditioned fighter, and I feel like he can bring this kind of pressure for 12 full rounds. That's what he's going to have to do here today.
He only won 7 in that Calvin Moore fight to win the title, and again 6 against Harold Petty in his first defense. Toledo, of course, winning his last 5 by knockout, so both of these guys have gone short time in their last few fights. And right now, another excellent round as they battle for the super featherweight title of the world, owned by Angel El Diablo Manfredy, as we close round 4. Poconos are alive with action today. David Toledo challenging the champion, and again on the unofficial card, leading. Manfredy again got a little more active in that round. Bob, he knew that he was in a little trouble.
Don't move too much.
No, he is.
Now you're moving too much. You're letting him push you around too much. You don't have to fight.
Down a little bit.
Pasa así, Pablo toca. Bob, he's looking.
From one side of the ring to the other. Again, Toledo trying to get off first if he can, as Manfredy coming right at him here. And he does with that good combination and a wild right hand.
Yeah, he just shifted his weight. But he is, you know, Toledo, when they're on the outside, that's where David Toledo wants to be. And he's been had his way for a lot of it of this fight thus far.
Round 5, round 4 had ended with a flurry. And Manfredy thought he came a little after the bell, so he glared at Toledo. And then reaching well past the center of the ring on round 5, scheduled for 12.
Manfredy started this round now like he's really got some mean, evil intentions on his punches. He's trying to settle down, work that body, and then work his way up. Because he's just got to say, hey, I'm going to get outpointed here. The guys hit me with some good, quick stuff, but I'm going to get down there in that chili box.
Toledo can take as much time as he needs. He elects not to take much at all. After getting an apparent low blow, is acknowledged by the referee, Tony Wolf.
And then he returns the favor to Manfredy as they come back. But this isn't where David wants to be. He wants a box. He doesn't want to lay on the inside.
And you can see he walks Manfredy right back out of the center of the ring. Oh, another one that got a little low.
And the heads came together there, too.
David Toledo talking to the referee, Tony Wolf, on their way out. Tony looking to see if there's any cut that resulted maybe that. And there is a cut on the outside of the left eye of Toledo. And blood is really streaming down the left side of the face of Toledo.
Yeah, that came from across the heads there. It wasn't intentional, but Angel's got to get it. He just seems to, now underneath, that's where he's got to work. Once he's inside, use his strength.
Yeah, they're going to stop this for the doctors to climb in and look at this eye. As again, a tough break here by Toledo.
It's not that bad.
If it was acknowledged by the crash of heads, the doctor said it is not that bad. So here they come. Boy, it'll take them long to get back in action.
It's not bleeding into his eye.
Manfredy starting to complain a little bit that Toledo has thrown 3 straight low blows. Manfredy, quite obviously would like to finish it right here in the pit. Toledo's not going to go down without a flurry. And you heard the doctor has not acknowledged that the fight will stop on that cut. Some of the Manfredy fans starting to follow going down to Toledo.
Heads came together again there.
Oh my. You can see the grimace on the face of David Toledo as again their heads came together, and he may have another cut. This above the right eye, or the left eye, excuse me. There's going to be a lot of work to do in that Toledo corner after this round.
I don't know how many cuts there are there, but he seems very upset about the heads coming together in there, but it's just the style of the fight. I don't think anybody's trying to headbutt anybody in there.
Closing seconds of round 5. As Manfredy in the red, challenging on Toledo as the bell sounds to end the round. Let's head into that corner quickly and see what's going on there.
Take his mouthpiece. Take his mouthpiece.
Let me see that. What's not obstructing your vision? That's a bad shot.
Yeah, it's a scorecard. That was a headbutt. Yeah.
You can't continue with that. That's too much. No. I'm stopping.
Yeah,
You heard it. The doctor's going to stop it. He said the one on the forehead is too much.
He's got 2 cuts right here. That's going to obstruct his vision right there.
And now, it will possibly go. Do we have to go 6 rounds, or is 3 enough here, Bob?
It's a scorecard.
I'm not sure what the score is here.
Has to go 6 rounds to go to the cards. And you can see that gash in the forehead.
They know that. Toledo people ought to go another round.
Either route is a no contest or a technical draw. And they are going to stop the fight here.
Good. You won, David. Dave, you won. Let's go, Scott. Yeah,
Still some discussion. As Tony Wolf still waiting for him to come out, but this fight has been declared over by the doctor that stepped in. Let's take a look at how the heads came together. This, I believe, was the first one. Right there. Oh, my. And then later on, another one. And opened up the gas that really stopped this right over the left eye. As you can see him applying pressure on that cut on the forehead of David Toledo. Tony Wolf now talking to Manfredy. Manfredy really upset that the fight was not awarded to him. But the doctor had stopped the fight, and again, the head clashes will be the reason it stopped. Here's the time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fight is stopped on the advice of the doctor. By WBU rules, before 6 rounds were in the books. This fight is declared no decision. No decision.
Well, you can hear Manfredy declaring it was a punch, but as we clearly saw, at least one of those was a clear headbutt. Not intentional, accidental certainly, but it opened up a slight cut on the outside of the left eye.
WBU Super Featherweight Champion, Angel Manfredy.
So Manfredy,
Let's hear it for both fighters here, ladies and gentlemen.
he retains his title here as again it goes to a technical draw. Manfredy still talking to the cameras there, declaring it was indeed a couple of punches. And I would not doubt that some of those might have loosened it up a bit, but clearly one of the headbutts did open up one of the cuts there, Bob.
Oh, yeah. And Manfredy called it himself when their heads came together there over against those ropes. But the long and the short of it is they didn't go the minimum of 6. If I had been Toledo's people, I might have sent him out for that one more round because I had him ahead by a couple of points. But, you know, and then they could have scored the fight and gone into it. But, you know, as it was the Manfredy was coming on strong in the fight, and I mean, and the champion shouldn't lose his title.
They're still chattering away over there, and Chuck Cease, our ring announcer, right in the middle of all that. It's kind of like killing the messenger, so to speak. Let's take a look at it again here, Bob. I think this might be the one. As again, this will be the one that really opened up certainly the outside of the left eye.
And you can see Angel right there. That's what, if you look at his, he said, hey, headbutt, because they hurt, even if you're not the guy that bleeds. Those headbutts, when those heads clash together, it's a lot of sharp pain. But Angel Manfredy, the good news is he was so upset, he's keeping his title, and you know, they'll probably arrange a rematch for he and Toledo, which was an excellent fight for as long as it went.
Well, stick around. Our double world championship action brought to you on the Cedric Kushner Sports Network.